Welcome back. Well, it's going to be a day filled with healing therapists, psychics, health professionals, some crystals, some stones, jewelry, specialty gifts, and much, much more.
That's a lot. We're going to be talking about the holistic healing and psychic fair. It's happening this weekend in Fargo, and we have a couple of the guest speakers here to tell us a little bit more, including Jody Harvilla, who is a regular on our show, and Lori Lashman as well, to talk a little bit about what's going to be happening this weekend. And first, maybe we should start with Lori, because tell us everything. We had quite the list there. There's going to be a lot going on.
It's Body Lab USA is my business that puts on spiritual and holistic expos across many states, not just North Dakota, but Montana, South Dakota, Wisconsin, Minnesota, and we're expanding all over. When I started out, I bought the state of North Dakota and love it so much, and it's so helpful to so many people. I just bought the state of Montana too to do expos there. And what we do is like a little fair. For Fargo, I have 25 vendors that are coming in, and their booths are set up around the circumference of the room. People pay $5 to come in. They can go to all the booths, check them out, see who they want a reading from or what they're attracted to. We also sell the crystal stones and essential oils and card readings and psychics, mediums. There's all kinds of things going on. At 10:30, we have a main gallery event, which in Fargo is Jody Harvilla. And that is a separate charge. That's $25 to go to Jody's gallery. That's 1 hour. And after that, throughout the whole day, every hour on the hour for a half hour, we have free speakers. The $5 will get you into all of the speakers throughout the day. So you can make a day of it. You go in, you check it out, go to the speakers and visit the booths, make appointments.
So Jody, what are you going to be talking about?
So I get to do the gallery, which is always fun for me. And so what a gallery is we'll probably have maybe 40 to 50 people in the room, and then I'm guided to whoever I'm guided, whether it's mediumship, which is talking to people that have crossed over, talking to dead people, or if people want a question on their romance or their finances or their careers or whatever. So it's really fun, and I'm pretty entertaining because I like to bring a lot of humor into it. And I do a lot of teaching in that too, because there's a lot of new people that have never had a reading. They're like, that's kind of creepy or scary. So we try to really teach them like the fun part of working with spirit. And so I get to do the gallery, and then I'll be doing readings at my booth all day. And then I have Nikki, my beautiful helper. She's going to have all my cards and books and all that kind of stuff too. So all the support materials.
So people will be in the audience, they'll be like, hey, I need an answer on my job. And you'll be like...
And if I'm guided to them, I usually go through. But the thing that I always tell people is if you come into a gallery and if you're always worried about, like, I hope they pick me, I hope they pick me, I hope they pick me, you might actually miss a message that's meant for you, because maybe I'll go to you, Chris, and have a message from your grandpa or something, and then it actually makes sense for Lori over here too. So I always tell people, anytime you go to a gallery, listen to all the messages, because spirit will collectively tell people what they need. You just might be the person that's like the target for me to focus on, but the messages might work for several people in the room.
What is the most popular question that people have for you?
Money. Am I going to make more money, or am I going to get married? We had questions even this morning, am I going to have babies? Oftentimes it's relationship, career, money, or is there someone around me? Is there a dead person around me? Like, what do they want to tell me? Things like that. So usually those are the main focus questions that I get.
The Hollywood medium that's so popular on TV right now, has that spurred more people to reach out to you?
I think it does, and I think it gives people something like, I watched Long Island Medium for a long time, so people would be like, oh, you're like the Midwest medium. I'm like, I'll take it. Sure, totally, I'll take it. And I think it gives a little more credibility to this work and kind of teaches people that everyone works differently. Every medium is different, every psychic is different, and everyone's got their own style. But you can see the healing that happens like on you can't make the healing that comes up on those shows, like you feel it. So I do think it's helped the industry a lot. Yeah, and they pick really fun people, which is always great.
So some people in the audience might be going like, okay, maybe I'll go check this out, not really sure. Who's this for? What are they going to get out of it?
Mediumship to me is another form of healing. It's a way to let people know that love never ends.
Yeah.
If somebody, my mom passed away in October, and we were like this, and I have had so many signs from her. She's right here with me now. They're always with us. They're around us. They're our team. That makes life easier. It makes it magical if you're open to it and know it.
And I think that's the piece a lot of us that do the expos, we want people to understand that we have support, even if we can't always see it, There's so much support out there, and there's so many people in this world right now that are so sensitive, or they're empaths, or they just soak in so much energy, or maybe they have something weird going on in their home. Like, we want to educate. We're really there to educate and just invite people in. It's not always the scary stuff that comes up. There's a lot of miracles that show up.
Oh, incredible.
Yeah.
Can you share any stories that have been just really stuck with you from similar expos?
You know, one of my first expos, it was really funny. I went and I knew this lady for a long time, and I went to this expo and I met a couple people that are still they're some of my best friends in my world today. And I was talking to this other woman. I'm like, oh, you need to meet my friend Jody. Like, you got to meet Jody. And I was like, oh, I wish she would just come up here. And jokingly, we're like, Jody to the front, Jody to the front. And I'm not kidding. Like 30 seconds later, she's like, I was summoned up here. And we're like, what? Oh my God, that worked. Like, it was hilarious. And she's like, I don't know. I just knew I had to come up here. And that was my first expo. And then I met a gentleman that became my mentor at an expo, and I had never met him. And he came up and I was like, yeah, I think I'm supposed to talk to you. And people really wonder who should do my reading. And I always say, walk around to the booths and see who you kind of want to stalk. Because your body will actually slow down, or you'll just keep going by a booth. Usually there's something that Spirit wants to bring through that person for you. And so if you're new, just take your time. Ask questions. If someone just kind of doesn't feel right, don't go to them. Go to someone that you just keep circling their table. That's what I always do.
Love it. Okay, before you go, one more time. It's happening tomorrow. I mean, Saturday.
Saturday.
It's only Thursday. I wish it was Friday. Saturday, March 30th, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Ramada. Thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Can you summon the Powerball numbers for me next time?
No, I'm not very good at that. I'm working on it, Chris. I'm working on it.
Coming up next, boots and heels that are perfect for our spring weather.